My petty revenge as a child. I think I was 8 or 9 years old when I did this. My family, along with a whole bunch of relatives, had gathered at my aunt's house. This included several cousins who were older than me. Two of my cousins, their brother and sister, were always particularly mean to me. One day, my girl cousin and I got into an argument. I don't remember what it was about, and she tore up a drawing I was working on. I was enraged and slapped her. Cousin went crying to her mommy, and I told her that I hit her. I tried to explain that she had torn my drawing to pieces, even showed it to her, but nobody would listen to me. I was forced to apologize to her. Now my aunt's house had a common play area for the kids, where they kept all their toys. The visiting kids' toys were also kept there. My cousin and her brother had several jigsaw puzzles that they loved to show off, but never let anyone touch. So, that night, I lay awake in my bed, till I was sure that everyone had fallen asleep, and then I snuck into the play area. I quietly opened up each box of puzzles and took out just one piece from each of them. I put everything back exactly the way it was, hid the puzzle pieces in my bag, and went to sleep. The next day, I buried the puzzle pieces in the woods behind the house so no one could find them. My crime wasn't discovered while we were there, because said cousin and her family left prematurely for some reason. However, about a week later, when we were back in our house, I heard my grandmother talking to my cousin's mom on the phone and them telling my dad about her conversation. Apparently, my cousins had been throwing temper tantrums because they were unable to solve their jigsaw puzzles. I wonder why. This man was secretly a villain. It all started when he was a child. Honestly, I can see this guy sitting in his room as a child saying,
"Oh yes, they always say the pieces come together. However, I control the pieces."
My son is Machiavellian. This happened a year ago with my children. I have two boys, Alex, who was 7 at the time, and his older brother Cam, who was 14. They were always at each other, it is what it is, and we spoiled them. Not as much as other people, but certainly not raised as strictly as we were. By the way, real name. Saturday morning, Alex comes up to me and says he can't find his iPod. Not really an iPod, but, you know, we do the usual, where were you using it last, etc, etc. He can't find it. Turns his room upside down, and I'm thinking about his brother. Okay, Cam, joke's over. Can you please return Alex's iPod? Cam goes up to his room, comes down, and says, "Sure thing, there you go." He gives me some reason why he took it, blah blah, the usual bollocks, so I take away his iPod, which is an actual iPod, for the rest of the weekend, and he's cool with it. You do the crime, you do the time, etc. I tell him I get why, but don't freak out your little brother like that again. He's only little. 1 week later, Saturday morning, Alex comes up to me and says he can't find his iPod. We do the usual, where we're using it last, etc, etc. Can't find it. Turns his room upside down, and I'm thinking about his brother. This is my life, by the way. Anyway, I know Cam's taken it again, and ask him to hand it over. Now he says he hasn't got it. I demand it, and I ask if he's calling me a liar. I don't go there, and I ask for his iPod for another band. He hands it over. And I'm thinking about his brother. Alright, Alex. Joke's over. Where's your iPod? He doesn't know. Why would he? Cam took it. Okay, mate. Try this. Could you please go look for your iPod? And if you find it, I'll give you $5. 23 seconds later,
Found it!
That's amazing, Alex. Where was it?
It was under my pillow.
Wow, that's amazing, because I personally looked there about 1 billion times, so the real story is, did you hide your iPod so that Cam could get into trouble? He looks at me with a twinkle in his eye and smiles. No iPod for a month. So, we were talking about, future villains in the last one. Scratch that. This kid is a super villain. He planned out his brother getting in trouble to take the fall for something he did. And that is the sign of a future evil genius. The kid will grow up and probably be a politician or something along that line, because that was steps ahead gameplay. Teach this kid how to play chess, because I think he's got the idea down. My ex-boyfriend is gonna drive 2 hours to a concert just to not get in. So I broke up with my boyfriend around 2 months ago, just after his birthday. I got him VIP concert tickets for both of us to go see some rap guy he really loves. The venue is like a 2-hour drive away from where we live, And naturally, we're not going to go anymore after we broke up. So I kind of forgot about the tickets and wrote them off as money lost since I can't sell them because you need my ID along with the tickets to get in. That's going to be pretty important. But this morning, a mutual friend of us texted me asking me if I knew about him still going to the concert. And apparently he booked a hotel room for him and his new girlfriend near the venue and is planning on enjoying the concert with her. I wasn't mad about it since it was his birthday gift, and even though I broke up with him because he was being abusive, I still wanted him to enjoy the evening with his new girlfriend. The only problem now is the ID thing, but I was feeling generous, so I wanted to send him a copy of my ID and give the venue a heads up to let them know it was alright for him to use my tickets. So I texted him telling him about our mutual friend who told me he's going to the concert, blah blah. But before I could even get to the part where he needs my ID to get in, he already told me to go mind my own goddamn business and go fuck myself. And a handful of other surprisingly creative insults. It wasn't really in the mood to get insulted, so I just wished him a great time at the concert and blocked him. Have fun driving 2+ hours to a concert you're not getting in, buddy. So I don't know exactly how the relationship ended. They mentioned that it was an abusive relationship, that they didn't get along, and it seemed to have ended on a toxic note. So I kind of see why the guy responded the way he did. However, this is one of those situations where you gotta kind of read the room. Ironically, a room is where he's going to be staying for the rest of the night and not enjoying a concert. So that's all the stories today. I would have to say my favorite is the Machiavellian child. That was brilliant. The kid's a genius. An evil genius. So I want to know which story was your favorite story. Please tell me in the comment section below. I look forward to reading them, and I love interacting with you guys. So if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to ring that little bell icon, and don't forget to hit that like button. Because someday, one day, someone might do it for you. Thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you very much for following along. And as usual, as always, my friends, stay frosty and keep moving forward.